Whatever, make a long story short, we waited a little while and it was a tear. So I got another surgery to fix the tears.
Jeez.
And then all of a sudden I was down in Miami and this black came across my eye. I know.
That's scary.
So I ran back down there and a detached retina.
Holy crap.
Oh, that was brutal.
That's what fighters get when they get knocked out.
Brutal.
All right, guys, we got Marybeth here. Your first show. First time as a guest.
The first podcast.
Wow, I'm honored.
Yeah.
Let's make it a fun one.
Yeah.
You were just talking about an eye surgery that went haywire.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah. Well, I went for corrective lenses. At my age, you can't get the LASIK. You have to get corrective lenses. So I went, and like the little small print where everything that can go wrong, where they kind of warn you. Well, that happened to me, right? And the funny part is, I made my husband get it first as like the guinea pig, because I was like, if anything happens.
Smart.
Yeah, well, I got to keep the family together. I got things to do.
Right,
so
right.
if anything's going to happen.
Sacrifice him first.
Well, yeah, kind of. So he got it done and perfect. Like he sees perfect. Everything's wonderful. And at first I didn't see as well as he did afterwards because we kind of like tested it. And I was like, all right. And they say, well, it might get better or whatever. And I was down in Miami doing one of Steven's, I was decorating one of his penthouse. Like every time he gets home or something, I do it up for him. And all of a sudden, I just got like a black over my eye, like a little bit.
Whoa.
And I was going to see, I called our friend, the surgeon. And he said, go to this place. I called another friend that's really big. He sells like lasers from Bausch & Lomb or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the #1 retinal institute down there. God, I don't know why I can't remember it but anyway, he got me in with the top surgeon and I went in there and it was awful blood, whatever. Make a long story short, we waited a little while and it was a tear. So I got another surgery to fix the tears.
Jeez.
And then all of a sudden I was down in Miami and this black came across my eye. I know.
That's scary.
So I ran back down there and a detached retina.
Holy crap.
Oh, that was brutal.
That's what fighters get when they get knocked out.
Brutal.
Damn.
I did nothing. I was hanging pictures and stuff, and it happened. It was brutal, though. I had to lay down for I don't know how many weeks, and you couldn't put your head up. You had to lay down. You had to sleep like that. It was brutal.
Jeez. So how long did that last?
The recovery was weeks. It was a lot. I couldn't pick up like over 20 pounds. I couldn't bend down. It was brutal. Yeah.
That's crazy. When I was in 5th grade, I went blind for a week.
How'd that happen?
So there was this new thing at the time, these contact lenses you put in at night, and you would wake up with 20/20 vision. So what happened was I put it on, woke up, took them off, and I was blind.
Yeah, but wait, was this like something that was just like on Instagram or something
No,
that you
my
buy,
mom-
or was a doctor?
No, it was
it's
legit.
like proven.
It was with a doctor. My mom took me because for some reason I didn't want regular contacts, but I don't know why exactly. But she took me. We got them. Woke up, had no vision. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
My whole retina was burnt off.
Burnt off?
Yeah, it was completely gone.
So then how'd you get it back?
It regrew in like a week.
Really? It rejuvenated. Wow.
But my mom didn't believe me, so she sent me to school.
And you couldn't see?
I couldn't see so I got off the bus and I just went straight to the nurse. I made the bus driver take me by hand.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Well, now, why didn't your mom believe you? Did you use this, like, were you one of those kids that woke up and said, oh, my stomach hurts and all that stuff to get out of it?
That doesn't work on Asians.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Asians
It works with Italians.
Right. Yeah, no,
because I used to pick my kids up all the time.
Oh, yeah, you were that mom?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I got a headache. The teacher wasn't nice to me.
Damn. Did Steve do that a lot?
I don't know. They all had their fair share. My kids never had a school lunch. I bought them lunch every single day.
Damn. Like you went to school and brought them lunch?
Yep.
Holy crap. So were you a helicopter parent?
Kinda.
Really?
I volunteered.
Oh, wow.
I was there.
Worked out, though. Your kids are seeming to be killing it now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
And Steve's the oldest, or?
No. Steve's not the oldest. He has an older brother.
Okay. So he's the second oldest. Wow.
Yeah.
So what are the other 3 kids doing right now?
Okay. Well, my oldest, she's from my first marriage. She is in Atlanta married. And then we have Rocco, who he's 28, and then Steven, who's going to be 26 at the end of the month, and then Brianna, the youngest, who just turned 22.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So Brianna works for Steven. Rocco's a realtor and a boat captain. Yeah.
What about the other one, the oldest one?
Well, she's a stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you see this blow up coming with Steve at any point, or was it super fast?
No, the way I kind of no, it happened fast. It happened fast once it happened. But what he was doing, like dumb little things, like the cinnamon challenge, eating dog food, and I didn't even know. People would tell me. Because like I'd be at my work or something, and they'd be like, "Oh, did you hear what your son did yesterday?" And I'm like, "I don't know." But he was always hustling. Like in middle school, he would sell like cans of soda. He'd bring a backpack, and it would have like Smarty Pants and those
Smarties, the candy.
Yeah. And like sodas, candy, and he hustled that.
Nice.
Then he had a hustle. He was breaking in people's, like he could do the phones.
Jailbreak.
Then he was building, then he was building up roomscapes. He always had something going on, roomscapes and selling them, which I didn't even know about. Like people would tell me, and I'd be like, my son's doing that. Besides like the sodas and all that, because I used to do that.
Yeah.
I used to buy it for him, then he'd go there and make money. But I was like, hey, listen, if he's going to be an entrepreneur, you know what I mean?
He probably saw it from you because you owned 2 businesses at the time, right?
Yeah.
So he probably got some of that from
worked.
you.
Yeah. And my first one was a kid business because when my husband and I decided to have children, like we planned it all, and you know I wasn't going to work, but I'm a worker,
right?
So it was hard. So I had to find something that I could do. So that's when I volunteered at their kids' school, and then I saw a need in the community, so I opened up an enrichment center. So my kids were able to come with me.
So what's an enrichment center?
It was like everything I did with my kids, which was a lot. So all the sports I did or anything. Like I remember Rocco having Taekwondo, and I'd sit on this chair, you know, for like however long. And I was like, this chair is so uncomfortable. Like this is so hot here. Like why can't they have water, you know, available? Like everything I went through, like as a parent, especially juggling so many kids and everything, I changed. So then I opened up an enrichment center, and it was like a one-stop shop. So, and my tagline was like educate to empower, you know? So during the day, it was like all homeschool. And I got teachers from like teaching students and everything from UCF. And so we did homeschool. We did like language classes. We did after school, but the after school, they could take things there. So I ended up opening up 3 of them and franchising, but so they could do dance there, they could do music there, they could do tutoring there. So it's like a one-stop shop, so the parent doesn't have to pick up and rush everywhere, because I know that feeling, you know?
Especially with 4 kids, you were probably going all over the place.
I was just like, I'm going to do what everybody
That's cool.
Yeah.
You saw a need and you...
Well, it started kind of like a cooking, like I started doing cooking at their school. They went to a Montessori, so they're really into that. And I started doing after school, like little cooking classes, because I volunteered in their classrooms all the time. And like I'd make lemonade and do all this kind of stuff. So I started this little cooking class. And then it just like, I was booked solid for the year. Like parents would come in and pay for the year to have their kid in my class.
Damn.
I know.
That's
so
cool.
I was like, all right, they, you know.
You were that cool mom.
Kinda.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
That cool mom where everyone wanted to go over their house.
Well, we made it that way because I had to know all my kids' friends. Yeah. So like our house, we built a rec room, and it had like a pool table, poker table, big TVs.
Wow.
We had ping pong table. We had horses, 4-wheelers, because I always wanted to know who my kids were hanging with, and I always wanted to know the friends and the family. So if they drop them off and pick them up, I get to know the parents. I'd rather have them at my house.
Right.
So like on the weekends, there would be like kids sleeping over everywhere and stuff. And I always wanted to have, I didn't want my kids, if they ever did something wrong, to be like, oh shit, if my mom finds out. You know, I want them to be like, let me call my mom.
Mess up in the house, yeah.
Yeah, like let me call my mom. You know, like they knew if there was ever a problem or whatever, like you come home.
Yeah.
Don't worry about getting in trouble.
Right.
Like if you go out and you get drunk or something, don't worry about the trouble. You just call us, and we'll come get you. We're not gonna. Don't worry about being grounded and all that kind of crap.
Yeah,
Because that's the problem is that's when they make bad decisions, when they're scared. They do something and they get scared, so then they go sleep over at a friend's house or get into a car with somebody. You know what I mean? Because they're scared. I always want my kids to know, we all right?
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't do something stupid, you call us.
Right.
So we always want to be like the safe house,
Did you ever step in there and end some friendships or relationships for your kids?
Well, kind of, yeah, behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm definitely known for that.
Oh, yeah? So you were vocal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That's cool, though. Sometimes you need that because if you're hanging out
Yeah.
with a bad person or whatever.
Yeah. My kids usually picked, like I remember Rocco, had this one girl. And, my kids, I didn't make them do a lot of stuff, but they had to take a music lesson. They had to play a sport
Wow.
because just a sport teaches you, about being team and teaches you a lot. And music just is good for you, right? So they all played music and they all did sports. I remember Stephen one time, he was like, oh, I don't know what I said, either you pick it or me, and I might put your ass in damn, badminton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So either you pick it or I pick it.
What did he pick?
He did football. Both my sons did football, weightlifting, and wrestling.
Yeah, Steve's a big dude.
Yeah.
So football makes sense.
Yeah, Rocco was bigger. He's like heftier, but yeah, he did football, weightlifting, and he played guitar and drums.
Wow. So when Steve introduced Selena, what was your reaction?
Well, when they first, I remember extremely clearly the very first time I met Selena. And I was sitting outside the school waiting for Steven to get out of football or something. One of his friends they called me Miss D because the last name is so big.
Right.
And when the kids were little, I didn't want their friends or whatever not to talk to me because you know how they get intimidated if they can't say your name?
Yeah.
So I changed it to Miss D so everybody would feel comfortable. And they'd be like, hey, Miss D, So anyway, he was like, Miss D, this is Stephen wants you to meet or something, Selena. And they gave me her name, Selena Smith, and I thought it was fake. And I was like, they don't want me to look her up and start doing my research, right? So I thought it was like a Smith. I thought the kid was, and she came to the car, and I remember she was like chewing gum. Cute, beautiful. Selena's beautiful. And she was sweet. She was cute. I remember that. And she was just like, hi. You could tell she was shy.
Wow. So you couldn't even look her up because her name was so common.
Well, I thought it was a fake name. And I said, oh, he's not telling me her real last name because he doesn't want me to start asking around. Because I volunteer in school so much. They know I go right, Like my daughter, she started with her boyfriend. I couldn't get the name out of her for nothing. Stephen told on her. Said, Mom, Brianna's dating
Stephen
somebody.
ratted?
Yeah, he did. He got mad at her and ratted.
Wow, man.
That's okay. It's okay with me. I was like, give me the name. She's like, I will never give you his name. I said, I'm going to get his name. I'll find out. You give me a couple days.
Damn.
He's a great kid. She's still with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
God, he's amazing.
Damn, so your kids, all of them are high school sweethearts dating?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, basically.
That's rare for those to last.
Yeah. Well, their dad and I have been together 38 years.
Damn. So you guys met in high school too?
Nah, 20. We were 20.
College?
20. We didn't go to college.
Oh, you didn't? Mm-mm. Wow.
I went to school for natural health. I went to Clayton College, and they closed down, so I never went there.
Speaking of natural health, you're about to be 60 and you're looking amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
Shout out to Gary Brecka.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Crazy, right? What he can do.
Biohacking. Yeah.
It's the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, my allergies. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, that was best thing. Steven sent them to our house, and we started with the stem cells and the blood work, and been doing it ever since.
Yeah, it's cool to see his journey too, because he used to pound those alcohol bottles.
Oh yeah,
I remember those videos from like years ago. He would drink the whole bottle.
Yeah.
And now he's changed man.
Yeah, I didn't know he did that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I found out afterwards, but I mean, I didn't know that he.
Oh yeah, that's how he blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would pound the whole bottle and
Yeah.
two
Well, now
sips.
I look at him and I'm like, oh my God.
Can't believe he did that.
No, I don't know how he did it. But Stephen was one of those, like if he said he was going to do something or he set his mind to doing something, he did it. Like he followed through, he did it. He's got that. Stephen was a different one, you know. I always believed the thing with him is like if he said, Mom, like this the other day I was in this pizza place and it's called the Made Man, right? And he's up there and there's only like 8 of them and they've been doing it since 2004. You have to eat this pizza. I don't know, it's like 6 pounds. It's like disgusting. People can't do it, grown men or whatever, and they try and they do this challenge. You become a Made Man, you get like 20% off for your whole life and you get a shirt, right? Then there's a whole wall of everybody that's tried it. And Stephen was, I don't even know how old he was. It was like 2016 or 14 or something he did it because I just looked at it. That's why I know. And I remember him just coming in and saying like, Mom, I need $20. And I was like, for what? And he says, you know, he'll just tell me, don't worry about it. I'm just going to do this little contest. And he put on like a sweatsuit and he's running around the block, sweat, like prepping for it, whatever. And he came back and then somebody said, oh, you know, Steve's a Made Man. So he took the $20 and he went and entered this pizza thing.
Wow.
Bought the pizza and did. Yeah, so like he went into this physique competition when he was like 16 with all men, just out of the blue. Like he's like, Mom, I want to wakeboard, and then he went and he like went every single day. Like when he's kind of got like that mind where if he says I'm going to do it, like he'll do it, but he'll do it.
Right. He's got that confidence.
Yeah, he'll do it. Like he'll take it to the end.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where do you think he picked that up from?
I don't know. He was just kind of always like that, like just motivated. Like I remember he's like, Mom, I need a treadmill in my room. And like in middle school, you just hear him in there running, like playing the guitar. He's like, oh, I need 2 lessons a week. And then he just practiced like crazy. He's good at guitar.
Wow. He's talented, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know this side of him for real.
Oh, yeah. Some of his some of his clips and stuff, he'll play his guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Were you just buying him a bunch of stuff like whenever he asked?
I think all my kids kind of got what they wanted, but if he showed interest in something, it wasn't like a waste of money with him, put it that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't say, Mom, I want a guitar or something like that, and then it would just be like 2 weeks later, put in the closet. Like he did it.
Got it.
Yeah. So, you know, back to the question about him getting famous, that's what he was doing, little stuff, but he was getting like noticed. Like he started blowing up in the hometown, which I didn't even know what it meant. Everybody's like, you know how big he is on Instagram? And I was like, no, I don't even know what Instagram is. Yeah, no.
You didn't even have one, right?
No,
the time?
Now I was forced into it. Now
Right.
I'm like on Twitter every day. And you
Yeah,
know.
speaking of Twitter, you tweet out dogs a lot.
I know.
I love dogs.
I know, me too.
I got 2 at the house. How many do you have?
Well, Steven had like 11. So
Holy crap.
his dogs, these aren't my dogs. These are like Steven's dogs. We started with one when he was in school. He went and saved one and tried to tell us he was watching it because that was his thing. He'd watch dogs, which means me and his dad would watch the dog, or I'd watch the dog. And he came home with one, and my husband was just like, so don't they miss their dog? When is this dog going back home? But it was Steven's. He went and he saved it. You know, he saw it on Craigslist.
You just saw it on the street, or?
No, Craigslist. He sold his Xbox or something to go get the money to get it, and then his grandmother, his Nana, who he talks about, who he was real close with, gave him money to go get it. And she took that secret to her grave. He happened to tell, and she's telling me, I can't believe he got a dog without even asking. Well, she was the one that gave him the money too. You know?
Wow, shout out to her.
Yeah.
That's
oh no,
cool.
they were. She was very much like that.
That's your
with the
mom
boy.
or your?
No, that's my husband's mom. Yeah,
Okay.
they were very close to my kids. But anyway, so that was the first one, and then he moved out to an apartment. But we had acreage and all, and the dog was used to running, and you can't do that to the dog. It was one of those dogs that are really hyper, not an apartment dog,
Right,
young.
right.
So we were like, he can't go there. That's not right. So then he goes, oh, fine, I'll go get another dog. So then he goes and rescues another dog. The big pit bull, right? So he goes to the pound and rescues him. Then that dog has anxiety. So every time Steven leaves, he starts crying. So every day I had to pick up the dog and babysit it, right? So then that's when he moves to the Clout House. And the dog was so attached to him, it was sick. You know, we get that dog and it was sick and everything. But then the dog got attached to us. So we're like, okay, so now we have 2. And then we just recently got one of his Dobermans because he rescued another dog from a fan, came and dropped it off, and it was beating up on the Doberman, so then we had to take that. And then he bought a Rottweiler puppy, and then another dog was, the same one was like beating up on the puppy. So we have 4.
Okay. You said 11 though.
But he's got, like,
he's got 11?
Yeah, but the 4 are with me.
Oh, so he's got 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think Selena just got, between him and Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's goals right there.
Yeah.
I would have as many dogs as I can if I had the space.
Yeah.
Dogs are just amazing.
I know.
You know?
I know. I hope like when people have problems, I probably shouldn't say it because I'll probably get bombarded, but on like Twitter, I'm like, you know, I send them money. I'm like,
oh wow,
go get your dog fixed. You know, because people, they love them, but they don't have the money to like for a vet or something, you know, when something's wrong. And I'm always like, oh, you got me with the dog.
Damn. How do you know they're not scamming though?
I have all the mods like look them up and stuff
really?
like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like I've offered, sometimes I'm like, let me call the vet, you know, because the up and up people are like, here's the bill, you can call the vet or something like that. Or
yeah, so dogs are your soft spot.
Yeah, it's like, you know, or dog food or something.
Yeah, I get videos every day about dogs.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love them though.
They're the best.
I know.
My parents didn't let me get any growing up, and I don't want that for my kids.
Yeah. Yeah. We were kind of like that. We had one, his name was Rocky. He was little. He was very snobby. He wasn't like a real loving, he was like a little snobby dog.
Yeah, I like the big boys. The little ones are usually.
Well, we always wanted the little ones, and then we got one, and then we're like, then when Steven started with the big ones, I like the big ones.
Yeah, the small
too.
ones got attitude.
Yeah.
You know? Big ones are just friendly.
Yeah, so sweet and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Bijapoo.
That? I've never heard of that.
It's a Bichon and a poodle. And
Bichon
like
and a poodle.
poodles are smart and Bichons are stupid. So like it would do like stupid things. We're like, there's the Bichon in him, but he just wasn't like warm and friendly.
Wow.
You know, because we bought them. So I was like, that's what, you know, you go rescue them. They're grateful and thankful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
little designer ones are little right?
Have you been to Power Slap out here yet in Vegas?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah. That was odd. It was like,
That's how I felt too.
really?
I saw the first guy get knocked out. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, I couldn't quite figure it out. Like, you know, when they do like, cupping or off the side, you know, then like I started getting into it. But it was kind of like long in between, like waiting.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then like just like the fights, like some of them were characters and it was funny, you know. But it was I left. I didn't want to see the girls do it, so I left right before the girls.
Got it.
I was like, I don't know.
You were just picturing your daughter there or something?
Yeah, I don't know. And then when they go down, you know, I get like
scared. Dude, one guy went down for like 5 minutes when I was there.
Yeah, like even when I go to the fights, you know, like, and I'm sitting up there, I'm like this.
The
like,
UFC fights.
Yeah, I'm like, and I was like, stop. I get like anxious. Anxious. And then when they go down, you know, like the mom and me, I'm always like, oh my God, please let them be all right.
Yeah, some of those knockouts are brutal.
Brutal. And then I don't know why they don't stop him. Like, he's obviously down. Like, why do you let him keep punching him?
It's because the refs get a lot of heat if they end it too early. They get a lot of hate. So they don't want to, you know.
Well, it's the people that probably say, oh, he would have won if they didn't stop. He was going to get back up.
Yeah.
You know.
So that gets on the ref. And then sometimes the ref gets fired. They end it too
that's
early.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's a tough job. I wouldn't want a ref, actually.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, I know just like giving away money, you know how Steve, you know, if somebody doesn't get it, all of a sudden, like they got to beat, you know.
They post on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw with that Cash App thing you did.
I get murdered, and I'm like, listen, I'm just like, I'm nobody. I just hope little things, you know what I mean? But I was like, my God.
It's crazy. Yeah. You're giving out money and you're still getting hated for it.
Yeah, but like not expecting anything back, just like helping. Like if you have a story, like because I just feel like if you have it and you don't give it, like shame on you. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a couple $100 to help somebody or whatever that's down and out.
No, it's crazy. Like Mr. Beast gives a ton of money and he's getting a lot of hate right now too.
Yeah.
So people just hate.
Yeah. Is it his money or sponsors?
Probably both.
Yeah. See, we don't do sponsors' money.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Wow. You just give out your own
No,
money?
it's all our own money,
Wow.
100% all our. Because Steven always said he didn't want that to be like he does his videos, he pays for his.
Team and then.
Yeah, he just feels. He said it's like giving.
Wow. Because you guys give out a ton.
Yeah,
Millions, right?
Yeah, definitely millions. But I also tell him too when you get a sponsor or whatever, it is your money because you're working for it.
Right.
Yeah,
But he's very selective with sponsors, I noticed.
very, very. He doesn't drown his name. He has to believe in it 100%.
Right.
Like 100%. He will never do anything. He won't do anything that he doesn't believe in, that he wouldn't take, eat, drink, or anything himself. And he doesn't do anything that is, I don't know, like scammy or anything.
Yeah.
He's very cautious of that.
That's good, though, because some creators sell out,
Yeah.
They take
I know.
5 sponsors a video, and then it's just disingenuous.
Yeah. I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew somebody that was in the space one time and they were selling everything, and I'm thinking to myself, I go, you don't even use that shit. Like, who are you kidding? You know?
Nah, people should just focus on a few things. Like, he's killing it with Happy Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you just focus on a couple different things, that's all you really need. You don't
That's
need to be
all you
doing
need.
too much.
Yeah. And then not only that, you give it 100%. Otherwise, you do it half-ass if you're piecing tons of things, you know?
Right.
Yeah, you can't. You're one person. How much attention can you give?
Yeah, for real. Any of his purchases that you disagree with?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's bought some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I don't like I don't know how many watches he needs to have. That drives me freaking crazy.
Him and Neil seem to be getting together often.
Yeah, it drives me crazy, Thank God, I got a great relationship with Neil.
Yeah.
He calls me Auntie Marybeth, great relation. Like, I can call him and just say, Neil, come on,
Yeah. Well, luckily with watches, to be fair, they maintain value pretty well.
No, they do, like the Rolexes and all, but I just don't think he needs as many as he has, all his real estate, that's solid, that's gold. I don't care if it's an asset, like his cars, certain cars. Most of his cars, though, are worth, He's made a couple of dumb car purchases, but he's pretty good. And he's just getting better, you know. There's nothing crazy.
He just bought a jet, right? I saw him talk about that.
Yeah. We're in the middle of ironing out that contract.
Nice.
It's not the same as buying a car or a house.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because 7 dogs, you can't really bring them on commercial planes.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So.
And they're not allowed to be in crates or anything.
Which I hate because they could die down there.
Yeah. He would never put a dog down there. Never.
Like, I've seen dogs get lost. I've seen dogs die. It's cold down there.
I would never do it.
It's inhumane.
Yeah. I truly believe that too.
Yeah. That's cool though. Yeah. I saw how many cars were at the house on that one video.
Yeah.
Like 12 cars.
Yeah, I think he's up to maybe 13 or something.
Holy
but he just
crap.
bought like 11 and a half acres and it's got like a farm there. So now he's into trucks. He's got a big
That was in a different country, right?
He's got one in a different country. That's not the farm. No, that's over there in Florida.
Oh,
okay. So they got like donkeys, horse,
wow,
chickens, a
that's
big
cool.
garden. Yeah, miniature ponies, 4-wheelers, side by side. So he's into trucks now. So he bought several trucks. But
you taking care of that farm too?
Actually, his sister. My husband and I were over there. We were like, no, because we just bought acreage ourselves. In the town where our kids were raised. Yeah.
Was that a big town or small town?
No. It was very small.
Oh, really? So it was tight?
Yeah. And we had our house that we redid like for our kids, and our kids, grew up there. And I don't know, we sold it and then regretted it. It was like a year. We tried to get it back and they don't want to sell it back. And then we found one right down the road with more acreage. So we're so happy.
So it worked out.
Yeah. So we go back there for the beach and there, just back and
Right.
forth.
So that town just holds a special place in your heart.
Yeah. We love it. Yeah. It's just where the kids were raised and the school and
Right.
familiar,
A lot of people retire in Florida.
Yeah.
They go there and call it quits,
Well, let me tell you. Well, I showed you my before and after.
Oh, yeah.
That was me trying to retire. Lord. And we went and we lived at the beach and it was eating out, drinking wine. My husband and I would sit out on the patio and it was like out of not getting up and having a purpose. And we didn't have any property anymore because we had this beach house with a little yard.
Yeah.
And you just found yourself
You got bored, right?
doing nothing. Yeah, especially with me, like high end,
Right.
Energy and stuff. It was like
And you were in your 50s, so you were retired really early.
real early.
Still got
So
a lot
did
of
my husband. Yeah, but then Steven just got super busy, and I just started, doing his stuff. That's like,
Right.
And thank God, So now I'm like full blown working 24/7.
So what's your role there?
I basically handle everything, all his personal stuff, all his business stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his staff.
You're like his manager.
Yeah, more like business manager. Not. I don't go out and get him deals. I mean, all contracts and everything come to me, and I work like with his legal and stuff, and I work with all his staff and
Right.
Payroll, pay all the bills, personal, everything.
Yeah, because you ran a big company, so you
Yeah.
learned all that. You had 60 employees, I think you said.
Yeah, I had like 60 employees. Yeah, I had
That's
my
a big
Richmond Center.
deal.
I had 3. Yeah, but then I was in the corporate world too, as well. Before I.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do there?
Before. I was a international domestic operations manager for a global logistics company.
Whoa.
So it was, it was kind of,
That's a big title for someone that didn't go to college.
yeah. But I had to work harder. I was like the only woman to make it to my position.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but that was back in the day, and it. So I was, it was like me and men. So like running Steven's stuff is kind of because I'm working in a male dominant.
Yeah. It's all guys.
Yeah. But
You're used to it.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I got thick skin.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You've been through some
I got
stuff.
I got real thick skin.
love that.
Yeah, some people think, oh, they're just talking to, his mom or something. But then, I get the respect where I should get the respect where I need it.
Right.
So when people call me and, make deal on the phone or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get intimidated very easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been angry people coming at you at times.
Oh yeah, I get hate. Oh yeah, I get hate. Yeah, people like me just to fold, and just be like, okay.
They probably expect you to fold.
Oh yeah. They're just like, oh, you're talking to Steve's mom. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get over, but I don't care.
Yeah. What do they come at you for usually?
Whatever, like if I don't like contracts, or if I don't think something's fair,
Right. That's good that he has someone like
I
that.
hop on the phone with you.
Yeah,
I
'cause
got no
there's-
problem.
There's people trying to use him, I bet, and
Oh yeah. There's a lot of sharks.
Right.
A good friend. Well, he became a good friend from just working with Steve. He helps us with some stuff, and he even said, Marybeth, there's so many sharks out there. They're gonna come at your son right and left. And I was like, well,
oh yeah,
they're gonna have to go, through me.
they see him as a dollar sign,
Yeah. I'm fighting. One time I just said it's like that whack-a-mole, like a freaking whack one
Classic.
down and another one pops up,
Yeah.
It's constant. So,
Yeah, shout out to you. That's needed. I wish I had that when I was starting out, honestly.
yeah.
I got scammed. I got definitely taken advantage
Yeah.
of. So
He does too, but he does things, he's so much better, but like he'll do things that I don't know. So I can't be involved if I don't know.
Right.
And like there's one promise I made to my son in the very beginning when I started doing his business and everything. I said, I know what I know. I mean, thank God I've got like business behind me and stuff, but there's some things I don't know. And I promise you this, I'll never pretend I know something, And I told him that from the very beginning. I'll help you any way I can. There are things I know, and I definitely know, but I don't know everything. And I promise you, I'll never pretend to know because I'll always make sure it's right. So, like he's got a great legal team, he's got financial advisor. You know what I mean? Like I talk to people. I don't
Right.
make all the decisions by myself or anything like that.
Yeah.
I would never do that. That's harmful.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, you can only do what you could do, right?
No, that's so powerful because a lot of parents try to educate their kids on everything when they're not experts in certain fields.
Yeah, or they just take it on because they want to be the boss. I don't have to be the boss.
Right.
I don't give a at the end of the day, it's my son's success, and making the right decision. Whether, sometimes I don't know. I have to educate myself sometimes.
Yeah.
So whenever he gets involved in something, like I really dig in deep. I ask questions. I just don't sit back.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
that's
he just
great.
doesn't run around signing his name and stuff.
Right. And a lot of these influencers actually go broke, but you guys are doing so well with the investment stuff. It's impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing. I try so hard. I'm always like, Stephen, let me help you build your wealth, please.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What's next with your podcast? I know you're filming after this.
Yeah. I'm going to film after this. Timmy's coming in, and then we're just going to get back into it. I don't know. Maybe start having guests. I don't know. I was really comfortable with, the family just kind of talking about everyday crap. I mean, for whatever reason, people are interested in our family.
It was doing well.
Yeah, it was doing well.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
I saw the views. Yeah, you guys were vibing. It was natural.
Yeah. So I'm going to try. My son, he just had his baby. Then I went through my surgeries and everything else. So, it was hard to do it. Mm-hmm. And I was traveling so much with Steven. I was here so much. I have to fly my other son in. And so I don't know. I'm going to start it up again, and it will be fun,
Yeah, it's a unique show. It's relatable.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was saying, like, even with questions here, I don't care what people throw at me because there's nothing, we don't have any skeletons in our closet, and there's nothing that's not out there on the table.
Right.
And I don't care about talking about it because it's truth,
You could sleep at night.
Oh, I sleep good, yeah. Well, because there's nothing that I won't say, we don't have skeletons in the closet. Everything's kind of out there. There's nothing.
Yeah, and that's rare for celebrities and influencers.
Yeah.
Super rare. Because usually to get to that level, you gotta have some skeletons.
Yeah. No, I don't think they'll find any unless there's something I don't know about.
Yeah.
Everything's been out there. I was, married before. That was a big thing. I mean, my kids tease me. Stephen was going through that thing of.
Oh, I didn't see that. What happened?
Oh God, saying, "Oh, you cheated on Dad." I didn't cheat on Dad. I was married before Dad. But that was his big thing. My mom screwed another guy. I was my husband, you dumbass. So,
so is he from the first marriage or the second?
Oh no, they're all from the same dad.
Oh, okay.
His three, yeah. No, my first daughter's from the first marriage.
Got it.
Yeah, it was a very short marriage. It wasn't a bad thing. There was nothing bad. I mean, people could pull that up too. It was short. He was more like a friend, like a best friend. And then when I met Steve Senior, it was just like love at first sight. And I got divorced and went with him.
Got it. If that's the worst thing they have on you, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. I mean, I can't think of anything else. And then 5 years later, my first husband turns gay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That took a turn.
I know. I was like, well, thank God you waited 5 years. Otherwise, I'd be blamed for that,
Did you see signs of it at all? Or just super sudden?
My Steve Senior.
Really?
Like, your husband's gay. And I said, he is not. He just likes himself,
Whoa.
And he goes, no, he walks with a swoosh.
Swoosh?
Yeah, like he walked like this.
Oh, like kind of fluid-like?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He called it swoosh. So he's like, no, your husband's gay. And I said, get out of here. He is not. If anything, he's the opposite, But he did like himself, He used to, look in the mirror and all. But I was like, he just likes himself. He was a good-looking man,
Wow.
I didn't think he was gay.
Yeah, I mean, why would you if you're having sex and
Yeah.
like why would you assume that?
I don't know. He just, he was. He's married now, but it's to a man, so.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like our family secret.
Yeah.
But it's not even a secret.
Is he still in the daughter's life?
Yeah, that's complicated, between them. I was always more, she was with me. She worked at my business. She lived, Steve Senior was in her life since she was 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was very young, it was, so.
Got it. So Steve Senior was basically her dad then?
Yeah, he was there, through school and everything.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense. Well, it's been fun. Where can people find you and find the podcast and everything?
well, we're filming today. It's going to be on YouTube. We post on YouTube, and we're going to try and do weekly. And then I'm on Twitter, The Real Dealio. Yeah.
What a name.
The Real Dealio 1 on Twitter. Steve threw me in there, and then all of a sudden it was just like blowing up. Now I've got like this whole Twitter family. It's very like community oriented.
Twitter, yeah.
It's not like Instagram or anything.
No, Twitter, you have conversations with people.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Good morning, Marybeth," and all this. I'm like, "Oh my God, everyone's so nice," you know?
Yeah.
It's like you wake up to this whole community, you know?
Well, when you're giving money out, yeah, people will be nice to you.
Yeah. Well, that too, you know. But I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm like, "Am I supposed to answer everybody?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, I hope you feel better." Somebody's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Are you not supposed to do that?"
Nah, you're really not.
Really? Why?
Well, it's not sustainable because you're going to start getting hundreds and thousands. So if it would take too long,
Oh, okay.
you won't be able to do it in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I know. I'm going up. I've got like.
You got to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I don't really respond to anyone
You don't?
just because it would take so long because I'm getting thousands of comments and DMs.
Yeah, but you're big. I'm not big. I only have like 14,000 followers.
Yeah, but it'll grow quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah.
But no, keep doing what you can for now.
Yeah, I know.
That's sweet of you.
And then all I do is I post something dumb once in a while that Steven says, and I'll get a text from him saying, "Get off Twitter forever, please."
Making him look bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it makes him look bad. He just doesn't like, whatever I post. Probably some stupid, like, quote or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm big into, like, the quotes, motivational quotes or something.
I love it. Well, we'll link it all below. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was cool. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.